All human wisdom is contained in these two words: wait and hope. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, what do we got going on with today's crazy cryptocurrency markets?
We got motorcycles.
Apparently, we got a motorcycle driving by. Definitely not the easiest on these dirt roads out here.
You should know.
I'm really happy that you guys get out here with me today. We're going to be doing one of our wonderful weekend Q&A sessions. As you can already tell, we got Samantha over here in the chat, even though we don't have the chat pulled up at this exact moment. We're probably going to do a screen share here in just a few seconds. Go ahead and talk about the market and what's going on. I mean, we've seen some retracement. You know, we were looking at what we were eyeing 7.5, right, Samantha? And then we pulled back. I mean, we've seen it drop back down to what, 6.2 yesterday. And then as soon as it hit 6.2 within a couple hours, we bounced back a little bit. We're looking at 6.4. Last I seen it was 6.4. We were up like 3%. I mean, I don't know. Like I keep telling you guys, I'm not a day trader, so this day-to-day price isn't necessarily the most important thing to me, but it does, you know, it is what's driving a lot of the community. It is what's driving the mass adoption. It is what's driving, you know, the buzz of cryptocurrency. It's always the price. That's the first thing everybody wants to talk about. Not about how the technology is going to, you know, change the future. Not how it's going to empower the every single, you know, the daily man who's just trying to take care of his family. And when he goes out and he works real hard and he saves, that it's going to work to his benefit, because that's what happens when you save cryptocurrency. You know, it goes up in value. It'll do more for you for saving, you know, where now spending the fiat dollar as quickly as you can get it seems to be the American way. Most people in America don't hold $1,000 in savings. Most people in America don't, you know, really participate in finances or banking or any of that kind of stuff. Most people in America don't actually own their own home. They rent. So it just goes to lead more into the 1% continuing to keep the wealth in their power. That's why we got to sit here and work on cryptocurrency, not necessarily the day-to-day price. I mean, unless you're multi-genius who thinks that you can pick the top and the bottom of the market, and the market is swinging enough to be able to, you know, make you those couple $1,000s a week or whatever to live the good life. Multi-genius. Well, I mean, you know, in the different currencies and the different markets, the ability to trade and be able to pay your taxes on it. And I mean, there's a lot of complex things that go along with trading, especially if you think that you're going to be capable of, I mean, if you got a lot of money already, it's totally different than if you're the average person who's like, you know, $1,000 is kind of a lot of money. It's not that easy to say, okay, well, I saved up $1,000. I'm going to put it in the cryptocurrency markets. I'm going to start betting on all these altcoins that are below the 250 mark. And I'm going to start making a weekly paycheck out of it that I can pay my bills with. Like, you might as well start playing the lottery. All right, Samantha, let's go pull up one of those wonderful screen share chat things that we got going on there so we can take a look at this cryptocurrency market. You know, see what we got going on in here. See how many new coins we've added to the market this week. Thank you for refreshing it, because as always, cryptocurrency is changing every single second. And what do we have here? A wonderful 1,926,000 coins. Before you know it, we'll be seeing the big 2K. Wow, lots of traffic lately. All right, so let me see. What do we got for a market cap? Ooh, slipping under that $200 billion mark, dropping below a key support level there. Not too much below it. I don't know. It is something to keep in mind and be slightly worried, or use it as an indicator of maybe we're going to be bouncing back up here because we hit this, or are we going to actually be dropping down lower and seeing a market cap drop lower than what we've seen in a while? I couldn't tell you. You got to shake a magic 8-ball with this stuff. Like I said earlier, wait and hope is kind of what I got going on. I believe in Bitcoin. I believe in cryptocurrency. I believe that these millennials are going to be pushing this stuff into the mainstream a lot. You know, more than a lot of people are giving it credit for. Not, you know what I mean? The next generation always changes the future. All right, so we got BTC dominance coming in at 55.7%. Big plus right there, continuing to gain upwards. Like I said, Bitcoin coming in at $6,422. That's up 3.3%. We got Ethereum. I guess we're going to talk about it. It's hard not to talk about Ethereum. I mean, since they came out, I mean, they've been the buzz. They've been the news. You know, climb quickly to the top of the charts to make it to the number 2 spot. seen their all-time high at $1,000, dropping back down. Now we're looking at 200. I mean, we were struggling a week ago to see if we could break into 300. Obviously not happening today. They're up 2.5% at the moment. Let's see, we got X Rapid up another 2.5% as well, coming in at 28 cents. We got Bitcoin Cash dropping below that $500 mark, coming in at 488, and that's a 3.5% gain on that. EOS, like I said, I mean, some people are going to be accepting these centralized forms of currency. EOS definitely seems like it's the Ethereum killer as of lately, what people are saying, especially considering the fees on Ethereum for all the little microtransactions that you have to do in the dApps. Coming in at $5.12. That's up 8.5%, like I said. All right, we got Stellars coming in at 19.5 cents. It's not really making any movement. Litecoin at $55.93. And let's see what we got going on down here with Steam. I don't know. I'm kind of scared to look at this one. What do you think, Sam? Up or down?
Down.
79
Oh
cents.
my God.
It's all right. I don't have any real Steam anyways. All right, and that's up 2.7% right there. And I don't know what we're going to be seeing here with the Steam back dollars and metrics. I haven't even looked at this one today. Let's see, what do we got? 96 cents, telling us that altcoins are undervalued at the moment, and that's a 2.3% gain.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, you guys, as I keep doing, this is the time where I go ahead and I plug the Tally account. As you can see, I'm fundraising here. I'm trying to get up $600. I know that the price moving backwards is not helping. We are under the 50-day mark. Even though the carnival or the event is going to be November 9th and 10th, we'd like to get it a little bit beforehand so that we can go ahead and get the flyers. Let's see, what do we got going on here?
Yeah,
this is what the flyer is going to look like.
I've been pushing him to purchase the flyers.
Yeah, she thinks I should purchase now. I'm thinking that the price of Bitcoin's going to go up and I should wait.
I know, but I'm just so afraid that if they do it wrong, like how we had the issue with the borders and stuff, and you were like, oh, I got it right. Well, what if they send us all like 500 or whatever, and they're not right? Like, if we have enough time to be all like, Vistaprint, this is not right. Like, I need some more.
Well, that is true. I don't know.
I'm just afraid that, you know.
Maybe she might talk me into this one. She does have valid points. I do agree with her. I just, you know me, I like to see Bitcoin go up.
2 weeks before, it'd be like, well, we're handing this out however it is. Half a QR code or not.
Well, as you guys can see here, Electric Daisy Carnival, it's about techno music. It's about embracing the future. So as you can see here, I did QR codes trying to give people tools instead of just, you know, what a lot of people that aren't into cryptocurrency, the word propaganda would come up, talking about the price, talking about, you know, deflationary, moving away from the US dollar and all of that kind of stuff. I'm giving them Wikipedia, a non-biased source. YouTube there is for Andreas Antonopoulos. I mean, I can't think of anybody else to tell anyone their first words about Bitcoin. Over here in the top, we have the Samurai wallet, a simple, basic Bitcoin wallet that'll help protect them, you know, from hacking and thieves and all of that without them even knowing it. And then next here, of course, Coinbase, super controversial, but at the same time, they're the most easiest onboarding avenue to be able to go get verified quickly within less than a week. Use your debit card, I mean, and be able to purchase some sort of cryptocurrency and send it to your Samurai wallet.
I mean, I have a Coinbase account and I don't have a Facebook or a Twitter. Like, I have nothing. I can do a Coinbase. Like, I was able to sign up with them.
I haven't actually heard anything from We Need to Talk lately. I'm not sure if he's still continuing to dollar price match us on what's going on, but hey, like I said, we got 40.
So far out.
It's so far out that we definitely have time to continue to continue fundraising the rest. As you can see here, the fundraiser is for $600. It's let me move it down here. It's $189 and $24 in fees, so $204 for the tickets. So for both of us, that's $400. That leaves another $200 to be able to cover gas and the flyers that we plan on passing out. As you can see here, the event, I mean, everyone is having a good time. It's a 2-day event, so everybody should be out there trying to have a good time. During the daylight hours is when I was planning on passing out flyers, trying to turn people on to Bitcoin, you know, telling them how it's the future of money.
Look at that.
Yeah. These people look like they want to learn about Bitcoin. What do you think, Samantha?
Yes. I think that these people are going to talk to us, whether they want to or not.
definitely a good entryway point to be able to just break into conversation. All right, well, let me go ahead and stop this screen share here. And let me see if I can't pull this chat out for you, Samantha. And let's see what else we got going on here. Let me go put my adoring face back in front of this camera as you guys continue to join me for a cup of coffee in that live Q&A session. What that means is that you can go ahead, you can put whatever kind of questions you want to ask, personal, not personal, cryptocurrency, opinions. We don't really hold back too much. We make this one really casual if we can. We also do it in the evening for those people who can't get here for the early morning shows. I know people are complaining that it's so early here on the East Coast when we're doing these shows at 7:45 a.m. They can't make it on the West Coast. So you can still at least join us for the cup of coffee in the evening on these weekend shows, you know. And of course, we bring Samantha every single time to go ahead and take care of the chat for us. So who do we got over there? Is anyone out there? Am I just like I tend to do ranting about this magical internet money?
No, we have
like
people
next to nobody on the internet.
We have Paul Rouleau. He says hello. We have Nomadic Giant.
I can always count on Paul Rouleau. You're gonna always be here, my
I know.
man. I appreciate it. It really, you know, it means a lot to me. You guys are what keep me going. You know, if I was down there with like, you know, if I was struggling to have 25 and 30 views a day, if I still hadn't broke 1,000 viewers or 2,000 viewers by now, I might have, you know, I might have given up on all of this. I might have just decided frig it and went back and started working the factory jobs of 60, 70 hours a week to be able to not really see you, Sam, and, you know, give all my money over to have everybody else do the stuff that I find the time here to do now.
It was just like on Vortex's chat today. I don't know which one said it, but
Vortex's new show is, you got to go over. You got to start following.
CryptoCast.
Yes,
Network.
I seen he only has 1,200 followers. I mean, World Crypto Network, I'm going to say this one is going down. Like, I'm not really super fond of how it's been going over there lately.
Put together a Las Vegas Lego set for 2.5 hours. What the hell? Like, what? Huh. Okay. So anyway, there was one of the panelists was talking about how you can't ever go back. It's the red pill. Like
yes, it is the red pill.
Once you know how screwed up our system and everybody's system is, that you can't go back. Once you know about Bitcoin and then other cryptocurrencies, there is no reverting backwards. And that's, I don't know. That's what it's like with the. Can we ever really just give up the show? I mean, you're never going to give up crypto. You're never going to give up Bitcoin. So it's like,
Yeah. I mean, I would hate to even want to just cut back to only the weekend show. Like, it feels like it's part of my daily routine to get up and eat, like, you know, Captain Crypto cereal and get out here and have a cup of coffee with you guys.
I know, it's just hard because, yes, when it is like, oh, well, I have to go work more for the man, or I have to really just keep doing what I love and hope it works, you know, because it is
starving artist.
Hope and wait. Hope and
All
wait.
right. So.
Oh, we have people. Hold on.
Oh, we do have
Yes,
people.
we have lots of people. Okay,
awesome.
Nomadic Giant also. He's here. He says,
nice.
Amigos. We have Silent Lamb. He says it is going off on this boat because he is on the crypto boat.
Oh, what? Nice. Yeah, I'm sure you guys are having a great time out there.
We have Vention saying, hey bro. Just started his commute home from work. So good. Listen to us. Yeah. Silent Lamb says, too much to tell as I'm in the middle of destroying the dance floor with Brock Pierce. And then we have Tech Lords. We have John. Nice, he is here. He says, yeah, people with dilated pupils love crypto. LOL. I know. That's what I'm hoping, is that no one's going to be like, get away from me. They're just going to be like, oh, what? You're talking? Yes, keep talking.
I don't know. One of your other ideals is that you wanted to actually make the card out of the better paper. And you were talking about maybe on the back side that it was blank, and that for a small fee that we could change something on, like we could put something on the back. And you were thinking of maybe putting something that said, like, you know, EDC or Electric Daisy Carnival.
Or Orlando, you know,
yeah, Orlando, as
November 9th.
To make it more of a memorabilia so that you'd be more intent to want to keep it for the fact that you were there. I'm still mulling that one over. I'd have to draw up some mock designs of it, put it out to you guys on Twitter, let me know what you guys think about that idea. If you think I should do a back, because at this moment I just left it blank and was only doing one side.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah.
But yours would be to like make it a better grade paper and everything, so that it is more of a something you'd want to.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I'm a hoarder. Like when it comes to souvenirs, like every time Eugene goes anywhere, I get a snow globe. Like even if it's just in a stopover in an airport.
Yeah, layover in an airport.
Dude, I look like I have visited every 50 states here. You know, like. But yes, and I could see people like how you keep your concert tickets and you keep some of the stuff when you go to that kind of stuff. One, because it's so expensive, and two, hopefully because it's such a good time.
True. So we got all kinds of news all over the place. If nobody has any questions,
not yet. Nope.
Let's see if we can throw out some talking points. All right, we all seen Bitcoin Dark right out there. We've seen that nice, wonderful pump and dump, and it was up like 400%. Absolutely crazy. I mean, I think they were saying that it only took something like it would have only taken $150,000 or $200,000 in order to create a pump and dump with Bitcoin Dark because the volume was so low before this. I mean, it's another one of those. It's getting harder and harder to pull these things off in this space without everybody being able to call it out for what it is. Let's see what else we got. We got Litecoin. They went ahead and they released version 0.16.2. It fixes some bugs. Hey, what's up, turkeys? They're saying that it fixes some bugs. There's some improvement, like some performance improvement that came along with it. A little bit of controversy here on the block size. There's not a renewable max block size setting, which the other one had, and I guess they're also talking about that it might not be compatible with Windows XP, even though it was in the testnet version. Little semantic stuff, but I mean, in the overall, they're taking a small upgrade here. It's fixing some bugs. That's always a big plus. And being able to, better performance is always a big plus too. I mean, as we continue to talk about Litecoin, we always continue to think of it as the silver to our gold. We think that, people that are really big into Litecoin think that, they feel the same about Bitcoin. They just see it as another store of value that may be more transactable, in the future on the Lightning Network and all of that, because the value will be more for a daily, buying your milk, bread, eggs, cup of coffee kind of stuff.
I don't know. All of it's always so. No, why can't I? Don't know.
Yeah, I mean, when you're predicting the future, anything's possible. I mean, did they predict the future when they did Star Trek and they had communicators and all of these other things that they were just thinking, oh, well, what would be the coolest thing possible? Well, I mean,
want the food thing, the replicator, dude. Yes, like drink anytime I want.
3D food printing. I mean, awesome, it's right around the corner.
That would be awesome. It would. With my luck, though, I'd probably be fat and plastered at all points in time because it would just be like all the foods, yes.
All the foods, yes.
We have mentioned is saying you should borrow the Bitcoin spaceman suit for EDC. I don't know. I'm trying to. Eugene is very one way only. There's only a handful of colors that he will wear. There's only a handful of things. I'm usually the one that wears ridiculous stuff. So I don't know.
I don't know. I was just thinking about like pulling out all the Bitcoin gear. I mean, I'm probably going to have to put some money in out of my own pocket at $600 because we're still.
Yeah, we already started factoring it. It's like, ooh, that's not enough for a hotel room. Probably not. That doesn't include any food for 2 days for 2 people to eat.
Yeah, it doesn't account for any drinks. And I mean, that's fine. That's wonderful. Just you guys helping to pay for the tickets in order to get us.
Oh, yeah, we would never have been able to save enough.
That's a big plus all on its own. And I mean, being able to talk about Bitcoin is a big plus on top of it. And you guys helping to pay for the flyer so I don't have to pay from out of my pocket. That's absolutely amazing. So, I mean, I think that it's going to be good. I don't think we'll have to put in too much.
I mean, it was fun when we went, but like you were saying, like we've known each other for almost 18 years now. And I mean, like it was just like I could see talking to strangers and hanging out with strangers for large portions of it, making it funner. And then being able to talk about Bitcoin would be super fun. Like, like that's something, I mean, God, he can talk forever and always about it. Always. I usually, when he meets like new friends of mine, I'm usually like, can you like ease into it? Like, not just start off with, you have no idea what's wrong with what you're doing.
All right, let's see. What else do I got here? How did you pronounce the online college name? Coursera. All right. Well, it looks like they got full free college courses over there. I I have heard of these things before, but I never really looked into them all that much. I guess what they do is there's a couple different ones. There was 3 main ones out there pretty much.
It was like, yeah, it was XED or something. There was 2 other ones, but this is supposed to be the best.
Yeah, the Coursera is one of the ones that offers the most courses.
Yeah.
And when you're done, as long as you pay some sort of small fee, it looked like anywhere between $30 and $100, you can get a certificate that you can then give to an employer or post on LinkedIn or just try to use to justify that you took this course. They got some blockchain courses on there. I went over and actually took a closer look at it beyond the article to see what it was, because hey, I might think about taking some of this. They offered a Princeton course, and they offered 2 blockchain courses, and then they offered a financial, like emerging currencies into world markets kind of deal. And I didn't necessarily see certificates for the end of them. Like, it made me sign up for a 7-day free trial, and then I didn't actually take any of the classes yet. But I wasn't seeing like how much it would be for a certificate.
Yeah,
they weren't saying that there was a certificate at the end of the main one, which I seen was a Princeton University course about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. So
I don't know. It's kind of cool because the Coursera one was supposed to have like 15,000 like course class stuff, and I mean it's like anything and everything. Like, you want to learn trigonometry,
I can see it working to your advantage if you were like, see, I always think the problem is that you got to fill the glass halfway before you can go and do anything. You got to have your food and your rent and the pay for your clothes on your back kind of deal taken care of before you could actually go and be like, all right, well, I'm going to start doing 5 classes or whatever.
That's how the Renaissance started way back when. It was when everybody was fat and happy.
Yeah,
they started doing the arts.
Yes. Well, I mean, that's why they want you living paycheck to paycheck. Who has time to be able to go jump an extra 15 to 30 hours a week into studying for classes on top of, trying to manage all your household chores and being able to go to work for 30 to 40 hours to make enough to pay the bills, and then, monitoring your diet so you're not just eating bad food because that fights against you in the long process. It's hard to be able to do these things. So that's why I always think that when stuff like this is great for young people, especially like, right now.
Oh yeah, like our son.
How our kids always saying that he's bored. Well, it's always a matter of perspective. Right? You're bored because you're not doing anything. You're not doing anything because you're not challenging your mind.
You can always
So if you were to take a college course, on your own, where you could post the certification to your LinkedIn profile and use it when you go to look for a job, you'd be doing something. You wouldn't be bored, but at the same time, you're a 16-year-old kid who just wants to sit there and complain about life.
It's about to be 17.
Yes, in like 20 days.
No, 19, because it's the 9th. Yep. God, we're old.
Time flies, right? When you're having fun and not.
Sure. Yeah, there was so much fun. Woo.
All right. Well, we're hearing news out of Cardano, or ADA is their ticker symbol. I mean, they got their main net. You can go out there. You can do all the trading on all that kind of stuff. We're seeing one of their main guys coming out and talking about comparing it with EOS. They're starting to talk about, the next upgrade, moving to a proof of stake concept, how their mathematics is proven by NASA and all of this other stuff. As always, everyone's going to root for their own team. Everyone's going to talk about their cryptocurrency being the best and outdoing everyone else. But I guess when it comes to EOS, there is this big battlefield that's happening out there for dApps. And that's part of what's going on with Ethereum and, the price coming down. And is it overvalued? Supposedly the dApps on EOS are, no transactions. So every time you need to send, like, say we're playing a game together and I send you something, like, I guess let's just use CryptoKitties because I don't even know what game they got out there. But like, I got 2 cats and I want to breed them together to make another cat. Well, on EO or on Ether, you got to pay for the contract. You got to pay for the sale. You got to pay to put it up for sale. So.
Oh, yeah, that's how we stopped doing my kitties, because I was just like, holy crap, I'm not going to pay all these fees. I already have to pay them to get them to mate or whatever. Like, what else?
So on EOS, you don't have to pay these kinds of fees. I guess it makes, it makes running these smart contracts better. I mean, when you're playing a game, who wants to pay a million fees?
Yes, I mean, that was the main problem with CryptoKitties, was that it didn't flow. You know what I mean? There was no, it got to a fine knit tunnel and everything like slammed to a halt in a traffic jam. So yes, I could see how the only way people are going to do these games and do these stupid collectible stuff and all of that stuff that you can do on Ethereum and now on EOS would be like to have it flow, to never be stopped up where you're just pausing out and never getting your stuff to go through and you got to restart your kitties or whatever.
I don't know. I mean, I see the problem, because if the price comes down enough and then you go to pay for these, you know, transactions within these dApps or to pay for these smart contracts, you're not paying as much, right? Because Ethereum was never actually meant to be a store of value. It was never meant to be currency. It was never meant to be money. It was supposed to be, you know, this gas. But that's why there's two states of it. It was supposed to help, you know, run the engine, help grease the wheels, or whatever you'd like to say. And I guess what? It got too inflated. The ICOs came out. It was a new kind of market. Scammers got a hold of it all. So they went out there and blew it up bigger than what it was, telling everyone they were going to make $1 million if they invested in their project. Look at how Bitcoin's going up. Look at how Ethereum's going up. We're going to do the same exact thing. And it got way too big, way too quick. And then the gas, the fluid, the grease, it wasn't lubricating the gears properly. And then they have to compete with the fact that, you know, just as, you know, Bitcoin has to compete with everything, you know, it's real easy to take a new technology and say, oh, well, we can do exactly what you're doing, but even faster. And then come out with this and not really have anybody using the network and raise $4 billion and, you know, have better funding and better tech and all this other stuff. It gets to be, you know, where does it end? You know, what's the next one to be able to come out that's going to say that they're going to do, you know, 10 million transactions per second, but at the same time, we're going to have one supercomputer that does it all, you know?
Yeah, right.
I mean.
Okay. So we have Tech Lords is saying that you should consider live streaming on BitTube to get paid with their moneyness.
All right, I can say the same thing that everyone says when you talk about all this social or all this alternative media. My channel is really small for the fact that I've been here 2 years. I have 2,100 followers. I sat below the 2,000 mark. I mean, you can look at almost anybody and they come into the space and for some reason they get 5,000 followers like nothing. I don't understand necessarily why I don't have 1 million followers. I like flying under the radar, but I would not want to do anything to make it so less people come and watch me.
Yeah, that's the problem with Steam. Like we were getting some views and there was some bots.
Right. I started making
a
secondary content and making a second video. I did it for like 2 weeks and putting it to D2.
God, whatever that,
And besides this video, a second video just for D2, and nobody watches it. You know, like I wasn't getting views. It was like I was making a whole video for 5 people to watch it. And I think BitTube's going to end up being the same exact thing. Like these social platforms are great and the concept of getting paid on them is awesome, but they don't have the users, you know, where YouTube is. I mean, there's 1 million people here. You know, you can get 100,000 followers, you know, in a YouTube, where you're not going to get 100,000 followers that are real on Steam. I have 5,500 and I doubt that maybe 500 of them are real. All
right. So Rick is here. He said he made it. Hi, Rick. Yes.
Hey, buddy. Thanks for coming out.
We have Stephen McCoy asking your thoughts on Monero coin.
Let's see. Monero, I mean, it's great. I mean, privacy is going to be the next big thing, but I think that we're going to have privacy on Bitcoin, and that's kind of going to end up killing the overall long-term aspects of Monero. The other problems with Monero is that there's not a lot of people that are using it, so the liquidity is low. And yes, I've heard of the new stuff where Changely is holding people's Monero unless you can validate where it came from. I mean, it's been here for a while. Yeah. It has really good privacy features. I mean, right now, if you're looking to have privacy today to use in your cryptocurrency, you know, doings or whatever, Monero is what I would say to do. The fact that it got such a bad light from all of the browsers that were, you know, mining and all of this other stuff, I don't think that Monero is going to really take off. But I mean, I'm getting more and more bullish. I mean, I told you guys a little ways back that I was looking for a spot to dump my Ether for Bitcoin. I think I'm like everything besides $100 now. I'm back into Bitcoin. And the more that this market continues to go down, the more I just pull back my thoughts to how Bitcoin is going to, you know, it seems like the bull market changed some of my opinions or made me start thinking that things could be different than what I thought they were originally. Where in the beginning, I always thought that Bitcoin is going to have all of this stuff that these other cryptocurrencies are testing. And now it seems like that's what's coming true. We got privacy coming in second layers. We have smart contracts coming to Bitcoin slowly. We have Lightning Network coming to Bitcoin. We have everything that we need for cryptocurrency, for Bitcoin to be able to become massively adopted. It's just taking its time. It's going little by little like it's supposed to. I think that when I first got into this market, I had a 20-year plan when I thought that this stuff was going to take off. And I speeded it up based on what happened in 2017. And now I'm kind of going back to it thinking maybe I got too exuberant. Maybe I shouldn't have, cashed out as much as I cashed out. Maybe I should have done some of the things a little differently, because it does look like this bear market is definitely going to continue through the rest of this year. And I got my fingers crossed that it's going to turn around in 2019. But at the same time,
we don't have any. I mean, it could take till the 2020. I mean, it could.
It could.
And even then,
It could
I
take
mean,
the
God
2020.
knows. I mean, I would really hope that the halvening would do something, but
it just seems like the more I keep telling people, it sounds like everyone keeps saying it's going to be tomorrow, pretty much, as they're saying, consensus, and then September, or August,
ETFs,
September, then
and
ETF.
then,
So, I mean, next they'll be saying Christmas, and then they'll have some justification for it. Then we'll be hearing Q1 of 2019, and then Q2, and they're just going to keep pushing this mark further and further. It's going to be the carrot on the stick as we're trying to continue down the path. So
we have
I see Vincent laughing.
Yeah, we have
Rick laughing.
Well, we have Paul Soika say, "What are you going to get a better quality camera?"
It's not the camera. It's a 4K camera. It is the internet. My upload speed out here in the woods at best is 1.25 megabytes per second,
which is the bare minimum for YouTube to actually work.
And I mean, unless someone's going to call up the cable company and make them run me a fiber optic line out here, there's absolutely nothing I can do about it.
Right.
I could bring you pre-recorded videos that will have wonderful HD quality, but we wouldn't be able to get this wonderful communication where you're trying to call me out in the chat.
There would be no
and
sound.
I'm shutting you down face to face.
Yeah, and then there's the Rickus Rex. He's got your back. He said, when you donate more. And then Paul Sequoia comes back and says, they haven't asked for any money for a new camera yet. Well, I mean, we could ask for money for lots of things if you want. I mean,
I mean, I don't know. I don't want to run a channel like that. I mean, of course, there's always those donational addresses. I have been trying to push on the EDC fund a little bit, but I mean, I'm not asking for a ton of money over there. I'm asking for what, $600 across 90 days for me to get out there and do the legwork to help support Bitcoin, which, I mean, personally, I feel everybody should be getting out there and doing their part to do Bitcoin. I guess it would be like buying carbon offsets. You're going to pay me to go out and do the legwork because you know that you should do it and you can't do it. Eugene is the carbon offset for cryptocurrency, I guess, or I would like to think of it in a positive light that way. Not that I'm getting money in any kind of way to pay for bills or anything like that. But I mean, standing out, asking for money for flyers to go stand out in front of Walmart is not going to do any good. You have to get in front of the right
could you imagine
crowd
those
and
videos?
audience.
Ooh.
Yeah, I can just see a lot of angry people throwing them back at me and the police being called at the end.
All right, so now we're back to Vincent and the laughing. He says boobs. That was first statement, just boobs. Truth Monster says the important thing is that I'm here.
It is. Without Samantha, the show.
No, not you. Truth Monster.
Oh, that he's here. I thought that was you. I mean,
no,
I love that you're here. I'm happy that you're here too, Truth Monster. Thank you.
And then he says, Vincent says, if you were pretty, you would have a ton of subs.
You know,
and
that is part of the problem.
I mean,
I told Samantha we need to switch. I should be the person behind the computer doing all the visual effects and everything, and she should be the person out here on the camera because she is quite stunning. I'm not gonna lie, you guys.
Oh yeah, and I told him that there was no chance. He told me at one point that I could, go all like dark webby style and have like the mask on and be Monero coin or some other horrible privacy something,
Right, anonymous Sammy.
Yeah.
Sammy Anonymous.
That would not happen.
No. Hi everybody, I'm Sammy Anonymous. And the turkeys like it.
The turkeys like anything.
All right. Let's see. Do we got any other news here? Yes. Let's see what we got. I got IOTA. All right. Looks like they got a product. I don't know if this is kind of big news. I mean, anybody using IOTA's chain, considering that a lot of people said that it didn't necessarily work, I guess is a big plus. We're seeing a digital car pass that they want to come out with in Q1 of 2019, even though it's not going to actually use IOTA, like the token. It's just going to run on their network.
Yes.
So, I mean, it's a step in the right direction. Supposedly, they've been really stepping stuff up with they got a partner with Volkswagen. And I mean,
ooh.
I don't know if things go good in the way they're supposed to when self-driving cars come out, when Volkswagen has a self-driving car, it's going to be like IOTA'd up. It's gonna be like, you know what I mean? Like your car, you're gonna be putting IOTA in your car's wallet so your car can pay to drive down the road and pay tolls and all that kind of stuff as you're driving your self-driving car around.
Oh my dear God, that sounds crazy. No, you wouldn't be driving. You would be sitting in
your self-driving car. Yes, you'd be sitting in your self-driving car using your IOTA wallet that's in your car to pay the tolls and fees of your car driving around.
I mean, you know me and like the love of horror movies that I have, and I don't think I would ever get into a self-driving car. Ever.
It was little Eugene was telling us about how he watched the Elon Musk interview.
Yeah,
we watched the whole 2 hours of it. I was like, I don't know how you sat through that.
Our kid. I mean, I don't know. Actually, I guess
millennials are crazy. All right, so he watched all of it, and they were talking about the whole traffic and this and that.
Yeah,
you know, I always thought the future should be that. It's that in America, everyone I got to have my own big house. I got to have my own big car. It's that I think that America needs to change and people need to change to more of a communal sense. And then once we can change more to a communal sense, because not every car is running down the road at the same exact time. You know, there's a lot of cars that are sitting on the sidelines in people's garages and everything. What there needs to be is a good sense of, you know, you go to a nearest, you know what I mean? You pay like a taxi service that would take you, you know, like how we live out here in the middle of nowhere. The taxi service would pick us up and take us into town. And then into town, we would get on the train to take the train to wherever we would go. Then we could get off and we could take a self-driving car or a rent-a-type car situation from there to go wherever we were going. You know what I mean? Like it would be a multifaceted. So
not to own any vehicle really, but to just use all of the services of different public vehicle like transport.
Right. Like in big cities, there are cars that would just be, you know, parked outside of the airports and the train stations and that you can use
just swipe your card or whatever and bam, you get to go to wherever and then, it goes back or whatever because someone picks it up or it's a self-driving something.
Right. Well, right now it'd be slightly complicated, but I guess in the future, once they have a self-driving automobile, it would be that the car drove itself back.
Yes, to its station or to where it was supposed to be. And I guess
now, since like we live out in the middle of nowhere, it'd be hard to find like a cab service that would be able to make profit in this area. Well, I mean, we would call one and it would come from Gainesville. Like we would have to preemptively think, okay, it's going to take an hour for this car to get here. So you would call and this car service would automatically drive from Gainesville all the way here. We would get on it. And it would drive us up there to the airport. We take the airport to wherever, and then we get another self-driving car to take us wherever we want to go.
Ew.
You know, if everybody used these kinds of services, then why does everybody have to have a car?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I could see it, but like I said, I don't know because I would not. I mean,
but then try to go tell the guy that he can't have his big, huge 4-wheel drive truck no more because it's better for everyone.
Yeah.
You know, go find the minivan, the mom with the minivan that has the 5 kids that has errands to run all day long.
Pull the crap out of everything.
Tell her that she now has to do all of this on some sort of a public transportation system. You know, that there's going to be all kinds of pushback, but in the end, it is better for society. It would be better in the overall.
Well, Rick says they want to see Sam yet. No. And then,
good luck with that one, you guys. It'll probably never happen.
I'm an in-person only kind of gal. Then we have Rick saying screw that he wants his own car, that he doesn't trust anyone else to drive me, and that he doesn't like flying because he wants to be the pilot. I'm more like that. I don't like. I've flown a lot thanks to the Air Force and family being like all around the United States, and I don't particularly like it either. But yes, I guess in theory I'd be okay with flying a plane. I mean, you know, if I knew how, I think I would be better with the whole. We're at 20,000 feet.
I want one of those little MASH helicopters. I think I'd be bad with one of those things, just right here in the backyard. Whoop 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 whoop.
Paul Sloika gave us a $1.99 super chat.
Oh man, that is awesome.
Thank you.
And this is our first super chat. Oh no, we had one more super chat this month from Ken Bozak. We were real happy that he popped by the channel. That was awesome. But yes, that is absolutely awesome, because I don't know what we're supposed to talk about, what we're not supposed to talk about, but in order for us to get any money, we have to actually get it up to $100.
Yeah, for them to deposit it out like the next month. Which
right.
Is
so once again, our tally has started over at 0. I mean, $100 is always awesome. Helps the cause. Yeah, these turkeys are not stopping today. They're like right here.
This last batch of when Vention gave us the $100 super chat and all that is going towards our child's birthday, because he is a money sucking.
Well, I mean, he tried to tell me how he wants an El Camino. He's been telling me this one for a long time, and it's like, I don't own an El Camino myself, bro. So you are not getting one.
You're not getting one before me. Rickus Rick says better to go with motorcycles and scooters. Yes.
Always. I mean, I don't know if if I want to put him on a motorcycle, but I mean, yes.
Maybe a scooter.
I have a motorcycle. I got a Kawasaki, or not a Kawasaki. I got a Suzuki Bandit 1200 with all kinds of upgrades, things super fast. Love the bike, and I love the fact that it doesn't cost me insurance. It still sucks quite a bit of gas though, because it's so big. I probably use just as much as a car does.
Yeah, but I have
had the 600 cc's bikes before, and they were actually really good. I think I usually get 35 to 40 miles a gallon out of them, but just not paying the $100 a month in auto insurance is a big plus.
Yeah, it is. And we have lots of helmets and jackets and whatnot for the random people.
I keep telling Samantha she needs to get a scooter because her job is not very far away, but she wants the 4 wheels for sure. I've been telling her we need to get one of those gas golf carts so that she could take it down the dirt roads and the back pass to get to her job.
Well, Rickus Rick says, dude, get him one. He will love you forever. Truth Monster says, I suddenly have a craving for a turkey sandwich.
No.
You sick man. Sick. And Rickus Rick again comes back with, get your kid the El Camino.
I was telling him that we should get him one of those scooters that are like low profiled and all like beefy looking, and we should stretch it and get the aftermarket exhaust. And he was like, that's ridiculous. I would never drive that. I was like, come on, man. I was like, who's going to pay your auto insurance and your gas? You're just telling me you want a present that's going to cost me hundreds of dollars a month.
Rickus Rick has a good idea.
I'm way too cheap for that.
Go electric, like electric cart, right? Solar powered golf cart. My cart could be solar powered.
Ooh, you could get some solar panels and put it up on the top.
Wait, Hello Kitty, the crap
the whole time that you're parked at work and you're have to park it out in the yard here and just charge up the.
Yeah.
I mean, it already has the batteries. You just have to get the little converter in there. Yeah, you'll be all set. All right, let's see. Do I got any more news? I think that's about all I had for news today.
Well, we are at 45 minutes.
My big thing was just mostly about talking about Ethereum and whether or not it's dying, whether or not EOS is killing it, because of the fact that all of these dApps and smart contracts and everything, the gas that you buy with your Ethereum to make these transactions happen, that it's not free, and that the price of Ethereum is so high that, I mean, just like you were saying, you like the crypto kitties. And that we bought 2 cats and that you bred them and you made 2 more cats. Yep. And then you were like, this is getting ridiculous because the cost of the contract for you to breed the 2 cats was the same as it was to go out and just buy another cat.
Yep. And sometimes
and then you wanted to sell one of the cats.
And didn't do it. I mean, yes.
And then you wanted to sell one of the cats and that it was half the price of the cat to sell
there was no buying of my cat. No one was, there was nothing.
So...
yeah, I mean, yes.
I'm looking for the way where I start getting paid. I mean, that's always what I want, is to make money. But it's like, just like how the Brave browser came out. The Brave browser is great. I love getting on there and not having all the ads pop up and that kind of stuff. But at the same time, I'm not going to go out and get on a Coinbase account and hook my bank card to it and go buy Bitcoin and then send it to the exchange and then buy BAT token and then send it to my Brave browser to then give it away. I'm just looking for the pop-ups not to pop up in my face.
And I mean, that's kind of the problem with Steam, is that's how it got crappier and crappier. Like, it is less people and more bots and just re-steaming and upvoting and stuff to try to get your own self more
I think
stuff.
part of the problem with Steam is the whales. It's not that everybody's upvote should be equal and worth something. Where I've seen videos where there's 30 people that have pressed upvote on it, but because they don't have any Steam power, there's not even 5 cents on it. Where I've also seen people that are whales come through and they give an upvote and there'll be like $50, $60, $120 on it,
and there'll be like six upvotes.
Right, and that was that whole Hai Jing thing where he was, gave himself a bunch of power, made another account, gave himself a bunch of power, was upvoting himself 10 times a day. The community got mad and was trying to downvote him. But the problem is that unless it's in the code, it's good. The code is law. So there was a flaw in the code. The Steam code did not work. And I mean, now that Andy Hoffman's supporting it, I mean, it kind of goes to show that, I mean, I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of that dude. Like that so, it's like he's a dollar late, or, he's a dollar late and a minute short.
I don't know. I always hate that it sounds like he's just like reading from a script and like it's always, I don't know. And a lot of gold and silver.
A lot of the problem I think is that people want something for nothing. And it seemed like you could have came into this space in 2017 and got something for nothing. Yeah. You could have signed up for airdrops. You could have threw a little $100 at this crypto market. Yeah, made you could have went
the way that Craig Grant and Trevon James and Crypto Nick was the selling of a scam.
And then, I mean, how many YouTubers did you see get out here with those donational addresses, asking for donation after donation, and then aren't here now?
Yeah. I mean, remember the Uber driver guy? The MIAM whatever fighting guy. Yes. Oh,
there's a bunch of them. Do you remember the color guy at the barber shop where he would always shoot and he was always talking about digibytes?
Yes.
I mean, I've seen them all come and go. But
they made money. Yeah. And then they left.
Yeah, because there was no money. There's been no money to be made pretty much all year this year. It was like if you didn't take enough profit last year to be continuing to keep riding this year, then you're in trouble.
If you don't have a steady job where you're just dollar cost averaging buying Bitcoin or buying whatever your cryptocurrency is, then you're in trouble.
Yeah. That's what happened here is that we made money last year and I took some profits and then we had extra fiat cash and then we put money down on this place. And then I sat here and focused on this video and trying to get the numbers up and birds and getting the house worked up and up to par because it wasn't amazing when we moved in for the first 6 months. And now that crypto isn't continuing to go up, I don't really want to sell any. The nest egg got small.
We had to cut it off. So it was like, whoa, no more. I
had to go back to work, right?
Yeah, I mean.
And now it's pretty much a debate of, do I go back and find the 50, 60 hour a week job, to continue making the money because cryptocurrency is going to be going down even lower and there is nothing to cash out and I just got to hold tight what I got and wait for, to be able to buy more and the market go down and turn around and all that other kind of stuff. Or, is it that it's just right around the corner and you just got to hold out a little longer?
But see, that's the problem is everybody's in this situation. And that's why all of this fake news and all of this stuff, we can manipulate the market with this crap because so many people are hoping and needing their payday that they had thought they were going to get and never got. And now they're just trying to not hemorrhage everything they have.
Maybe a good analogy would be like, all right, you work week to week, right? And you went a couple of weeks without a job, you got fired, and now you got the new job. Right. And you don't ever get the paycheck,
Yeah, there's always some paycheck that didn't happen that should have while you were finding the new one.
Right. So right now, it's like you're waiting for that because you just got the new job. You just got into cryptocurrency.
Yeah, it's like a 3 week.
You've been told how it's $1,000 a week job and all this. But yeah, payday just came around and you didn't get paid because you found out now you got to wait another week because, pay is held back a week and this and that. And then they're going to pull uniforms out of it.
Yeah. Or you know what? You're on salary. So you actually only get a paycheck once a month, all of the many things.
So it's like that in an analogy where you got to wait, but payday will come, it's not right now when you need it. Right.
Yeah. But that's also why everybody's saying that, it's only the people that really, if you don't believe in this, then you need to just start cashing your stuff out right now and cut your losses and stop the hemorrhaging, because if you don't, then, you won't last long enough for when it will be a bull run.
But what is it not to believe in this? Like it would
I know, I don't even know, like, some
it would
weird
be to like show
trader-ness,
up and think that crypto, oh, this stuff is going to be amazing. Oh, it's going to take over because that's what everyone's telling me. I guess it would be
just a commodity or an asset like that can be traded.
I guess it would be like following the pack mentality, like one of those people that likes a football team only because everyone else is liking it this year.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden next year, oh, the Raiders is better off all the Raiders. Oh, the Green Bay Packers. Oh, the Steelers. Oh,
you're technically still an NFL or whatever, enthusiast. You just change your teams all the time with the pack.
Right.
I don't know.
I know we're all over the place here.
Yeah. This is what happens when no one comes on and talks with us, people. Come on.
We do. Yeah, if you guys want to come join the show, I'm always looking for people to come join us out here. If you want to join us for one of the morning episodes, that's wonderful. I like to get people here on the weekend shows because we hang out for an hour usually. I mean,
half you guys have your own YouTube channel. Like, come on now. It can't be that hard to live stream.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, yeah, that was a pointing a finger at the microphone moment as well, in case,
But yeah, I mean, I'm always looking for people to get out here. I'm always looking for, people to hit me up through the help desk. It's EugeneForrest20@gmail.com. Like I keep telling you guys, that's one of the original reasons why I'm out here. Trying to shake it up a bit because I guess we're in the bear market. No one's news coming in. Help desk isn't getting used that much. I'm just getting a few questions here and there. A lot of people just
coins and new wallets and stuff
yeah, just simple questions here and there. Mostly like what my opinion is on this and that of wallets, mostly new protocols, chit chat. Mostly, I guess is what you'd call it. Staying connected with other people. So,
which is originally why he started doing this, was because we didn't. I mean, I don't know.
We didn't know anybody.
Yeah, when you were working at the sausage place, I mean, I don't
know. People have started hitting me up through Twitter. That seems really nice. That's very convenient. If you don't want to use the email, follow me on Twitter. I think I'm getting up around 1,100 followers over there.
Nice.
I've been posting the videos. It always uses the thumbnail from the top, so I've been posting the pictures on there too. Since I've been taking the time to make these thumbnails, I'm quite proud of myself and my photoshopping skills and how they're very slowly increasing.
It's kind of a family affair. Our child is helping occasionally. I'm helping. Everybody is collaborating to make these things look the least corny they can, while still being corny. I know. It's real hard. It's a fine line between punny and bad.
Right. So, I mean, besides that, I'm on all kinds of social media. I'm on Minds. All right. I've seen that Adam Meister and moved over to Minds. I sent him 0.3 of whatever their tokens are called. I don't even know what the ticker is.
The Mind thingies, whatever.
The Minds token. I'm on Lit, even though I don't think I've posted a photo there in 2 or 3 days. I seen that someone else followed me today, though.
Dude, I haven't been on my Lit in like 3 or 4 months, and somebody followed me yesterday. I was like, why, thank you, Shakira.
I mean, it seems like it's been getting bigger over there, but I've noticed that what the payouts were last time I put up a photo was a lot smaller than what they were way back when we first joined 4 months ago or whatever it was. We should have stuck at that one a little bit more. But, I mean, we've seen the price of a Mithril go from like 15 cents to $1.25, back to 35 cents, up to 80, down to, I think it was like 27 cents earlier today. So, I mean, that one would have been a whole time in the market. I wanted to drop off your Mithril. I seen they had a Steam situation where you'd lock it up in a vault too. But I mean, as you can tell, I just got out of that whole situation. I mean, if I would have had my Steam and sold it at the top of the market, I think it was like $6,000. And instead, I waited till the market started dipping and then put it on the 13-week payout. And I think at the end of the day, I ended up with like $2,500 at most, with how the price kept coming down every single week when I get my payout on Wednesday and try to turn it into Bitcoin. But, I mean, I'm happy I got it. I mean, that's an amazing $2,500 that I got to add to my savings account or my retirement account over a 13-week period. It was able to make it so I don't have to go out there and earn fiat dollars to put back into the system.
It was a lot of when we started realizing that, like, I don't know.
Yeah, the altcoins were going down.
Yeah, and everything was going down. It was like, whoa, okay, let's do this to, like, put back some in the nest egg, and then we're cut off. There is no nest egg. Don't see it anymore. It helps that it's, hidden all around everywhere. It's like Easter egg hunting. You'll never find it. Oh, okay. So now we have Rickus Rick. He is saying Adam Meister is a dick. He says that he is now anti-Adam Meister. He started talking apparently mad crap to him called him an addict, etc., was being a total prick.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
He
about
unsubbed
that.
and left a long message pointing out about how he is a I can't say it. Oh my Jesus. Like
Hypocrite?
being
Yeah.
but it's hypocrisy. There we go. God.
I mean, I don't know. Adam Meister was one of the first guys to help motivate me to actually get out here and start producing a YouTube video, because I was like, if that guy can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, it is.
He's very set in his ways, you can tell. So I mean, it is what it is. I mean, like how he says, "Oh, don't be stupid and just drink and, smoke weed and do this and do that." I think
I've said before that it is like his show is like a Goosebumps book. It's like cookie cutter. You know what I mean? Like the news changes, but I mean, everything else is kind of always the same. And I mean, it's great. I mean, it's good for people when you first get in the market. I like watching his once a week show where he gets people on the panel. Just the daily stuff every single day gets old, especially when you've been in the space for a long time. Just like I'm sure that people that have been in the space for a long time don't like to watch my video. Watching Eugene give you the same news that you've already read on your own is not amazing. Hearing my thoughts and opinions probably isn't the best when you're a super intellectual, creating your own bips and stuff and running, all these master nodes and dash, and if you're one of those kind of people, you don't want to listen to Eugene Forrest.
Yeah, or me. Yeah.
So
none unless you find us entertaining.
Right. Unless you're finding us entertaining, you guys probably know just as much as we know about cryptocurrency. You guys have probably been here for a year or more, just like most of us have.
Some of you have been here way longer than us.
Like Benton's been here longer than us, I think.
There's a lot. I mean, when you start.
The coffee's almost gone. I got one sip.
No.
Is the show over? I'm out of coffee.
Well, we are almost at an hour. And the rain has not happened yet. Awesome.
I know, it did. It looked like it was going to rain. It was thundering.
Yep. Oh, it looked bad. Dark. Yeah. Rickus Rick said he found us through his chat, through Adam Meister's chat. Yeah.
I don't know. I've said things like maybe we needed to put money into the system and like actually, put $50, and I think it's $2 is the minimum for a super chat where you can write something and go around and just during everyone's live chat, just be like, gotta plug myself, check out Bitcoin and Coffee for daily news.
I know, because a couple of times he's been like, oh, and I'm like, I don't want you to give crypto any money. I don't want you to give this use. And it's like, that's not the point. The point is to be on the chat, to get one little plug for free or almost free.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't type super fast, but I'm there watching almost everyone's video when they go live, and then I'll say hi and this and that in the chat. But once it's like 150 people typing and the messages are going by this fast and all of this kind of stuff, and everyone's just arguing with each other and it's like a troll box, I have no interest in getting in there and trying to like fish out some new subscribers. I mean, I've been reaching out on Twitter trying to get people to want to come on the weekend show. Like I said, I had gotten altcoin buzz ladies to hit me back, but I haven't heard anything back or anything else from her. I don't know. I mean, I'm just going to keep getting out here and doing what I'm doing and trying to keep it as casual as possible, because I figure if I keep it real, I mean, eventually it's going to work out. Right. I mean, the whole point in this is for you guys to know who's on the other end of these emails, to listen to my opinion and to see that I'm like, faithful in cryptocurrency and Bitcoin and sticking here through all of it, and that my opinions about Bitcoin are being validated through time, because you can see that some of the stuff I'm saying is coming to pass. Right? Because, I mean, saying it after the fact don't do any good. Well, I mean, I've been making a digital record for the last 2 years, 440 freaking videos of me out here talking about what I think in cryptocurrency and what I think is going to happen and why I'm still faithful in it and how it's changed my life.
Yeah, and sometimes you're horribly wrong, which those are funny ones too.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're in between. like now you could look back and be like, oh, that didn't work out, but it did work out for a little while, and like Genesis mining and Steam and stuff like that, where it was like, well, you could see, like, at first it was a good intention, and then you started being like, oh, well, you can kind of see that they're not, it's not going to work out mathematically, this is not going to work out. Then you stop.
Oh, there's the cooler breeze.
Oh, yeah,
feels good.
Rickus Rick says he's been on YouTube since 2007.
I know. I didn't
We
know
are
that you had
subscribed
any.
we subscribed to his stuff way back when. We did subscribe to his YouTube.
Yeah, I didn't know that you had YouTube videos until I went over and looked or whatever, because I think I had heard you saying it and someone else's chat saying that you had a couple hundred videos and you've been doing it for like 10 years and that you're switching.
Oh, it was that one where somebody said, "Oh, I saw that your thumb had a bandage on it or something. Did you hurt your hand or something?" And that's when we were like, "Wait, he has what? Wait."
I don't know. I personally, I mean, that's even more admirable to be able to do this without any viewers, because if I never picked up any viewers during this, I think I would have had a hard time continuing. Like, it is you guys that keep me motivated to keep going. You know, if I really was out here going live and there was nobody in the chat, it would be like, ooh. Well,
I mean, we'd give it a while, but at some point it would be like, there's never going to be someone
like
in the chat.
after a week of nobody being in the chat, you would see me shut this down or shut that down and go back to pre-recorded. And then if I was starting to get under 50 views a day, I would start to feel discouraged. I guess it's because I took the step up, because I did have the subscribers. I guess it's, you know, once you have something, it's hard to lose it, right? Because if I had never had it, then would I have stuck with it?
Yeah.
Like if I had never gotten 1,000 subscribers, if I had never gotten over 50 viewers on a video, I guess, because I mean, I'm not really discouraged because I have some videos with a couple thousand viewers on it.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
And now, like the other day,
and they're not even good videos, but it's
get up
like
to 250.
Yep.
And I was happy about that.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was cool.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for watching that video and pressing the thumbs up on it.
Rickus Rick said they took his monetization for not having 1,000 subs.
Yeah, they had come out with new rules saying that you needed 1,000 subs.
Or a certain amount of videos, which was a crap load.
Yeah. I'm past all of that, finally. I think the only thing, I have to hit 100,000 now for me to be able to have subscribers to the channel, like where you get that green tag or whatever, and you get charged a monthly fee. I mean, it'd be like the same as opening up a Patreon account, but
that's the I mean, it would be super crazy, but how Crypto Daily, and there was a few other ones that you get the plaque.
Yeah,
you reach. That's some craziness.
Yeah, don't worry, we're never.
Yeah, we're not ever getting the plaque.
We're very far from that one, Samantha.
Man, fine. All right.
Wrap it all up.
Yep.
All right. Last chance. If you got any comments, questions, ask us anything. Don't really care. Put it in the chat. Samantha will read it off as I sit here and go through the end spiel. All right, you guys. I got all kinds of links and affiliation codes listed down there below for you guys to check out these different cryptocurrency markets. Cryptocurrency education is the best thing you can do to arm yourself against all the FUD that's out there. All right, you got to have strong hands. You got to keep realizing and understanding how cryptocurrency is the future. Bitcoin is one of the main true cryptocurrencies. The Lightning Network is everything we've been looking for in solutions, privacy. I mean, you can even bring smart contracts to this down the road. I mean, cryptocurrency's future for Bitcoin has never been brighter than what it is right now. You know, and of course, they're going to flood this stuff out all the way up until the day that we get mass adoption. So you got to just keep hodling. You got to keep the positive thoughts. You got to get out there and do what you can do personally to help promote cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. I mean, that's what I'm trying to do out here with the Tally Fund and with this channel. As always, I got those donational addresses down there below if you got any of the extra crypto to help support out the channel. As I keep saying, though, the EDC fund is rare. I'd rather see it. We like to get that fund up there and off before we go to leave, which is 40-something days away now. Dun, dun, dun. What do you got over there, Samantha? Anyone else got another question? Just the Rickiest Rick. Is that a whole bunch of comments from him that I'm
all Rickiest Rick.
All Rickiest Rick. All right, buddy. Well, I appreciate you coming out here and hanging out and keeping that chat alive for us. As always, you guys, I hope you've had a great weekend. I know we all got to get off to work tomorrow. Just remember to keep your BTC safe.
Bye, guys.
Have a good one.